anyone who speaks Chinese, because I don't have a clue what's standing over here. I hope it's some kind of Huawei Ascend G 615, because that's the device I want to present you today. And the special one of this one is you have a quad-core processor and a recommended retail price of less than 300 euros. So that's a price range you only can provide with the Nexus 4 at the moment. And this one is almost not available. Because you know, it's sold out mostly, and this one should be some kind of alternative, because it's the same price range and you can buy it, at least in Germany, from the start of February all over the country, so that might be an alternative. But as you can see, there are some differences to the Nexus 4. First one is obvious, because you don't have that classy back with this glass and those little tiny mirrors inside that looked very classy, and here we have some plastic, but you have some advantages. First is it's a good grip for the finger and it's warm. At the Nexus 4 we have had that glass that was cold and slippery, especially, and that I really made 2 times. You had the problem when you're laying the Nexus 4 somewhere on a place where it's not totally horizontal, you can have the problem that this slipping and sliding down and falling. So that's not a problem of this Ascend G 615, which is some kind of the Honor 2, but not just the same ones. There are some smaller differences. And the next one is concerned to the compared to the Nexus 4. You can open the bag, and that's a big advantage. This one, okay, forget about that, but it can break like glass, so there are some advantages nevertheless. And I'm going a little bit closer so that you can see. Here we have a removable battery, and I find it very comfortable, because let's say the truth, with normal smartphones you have always a problem if you use them very intensely. So at the afternoon or evening you will have battery problems, and over here you can just have a second battery and slide it in, and here we go again. And the second advantage is here we have a slot for SD card, SDHC, so up to 32 gigabyte from this one here. Internal memory is 8 gigabyte, from which we have some about 4 gigabyte from the starting point. You can use for freely as a user. And this one is a slot for the SIM card, so the normal size, not the micro SIM. This is the normal. And as you can see also, you don't have any NFC antenna over here, so that's missing. And of course you can't charge the battery wirelessly with this induction key standard. That's not supported over here. Okay, that are the differences. And this here we have 2 LEDs, and the lens is shooting photos with 8 megapixel. That's the same, but videos only with 720p, where the Nexus 4 shoots videos with full HD. So for some people that might be a big point, might be. But while we're starting this one over here, I'll talk a little bit more about the internal capacities, and let me swipe this one clear over here so I won't have any problems anymore. Okay, here we go. Compared with the Nexus 2, okay, here we go. Compared with the Nexus 2, you just have 1 gigabyte of RAM. The Nexus 2 has 2. And it's a Huawei processor, the K3 V2, but we have to see with 1.5 gigahertz, by the way. So we have to compare this in the benchmarks, how quick this one is compared to the Nexus 2. And we have HSDPI, we have Bluetooth 3, DLNA, but as you can see, it's just Android 4.0. Not even 4.1 or at least 4.2 like on the Nexus 4. So I don't know when Huawei will provide the upgrade. This will come, but for the first point, I guess first for Android 4.1. And this one was the, in my opinion, the big one because of the Project Butter. As you might know, this one was optimizing all processes on the the OS, especially those reactions on the screen. But as you can see, scrolling over here is great and it's no problem at all. So I guess we can live with that for the moment, and especially because of the price. I wanted to show you a little bit more of the display, because it's a IPS display like on the iPhone, and this one has the advantage, I don't know why it's not moving to the landscape mode. Okay, this is beta mode, so this one will, I guess, be better, or I hope so, on the final product. But for the moment, it's okay, as I wanted to show you a little bit more from the display, and I'm getting a little bit closer. We have 4.4 millimeters here, 55 millimeters by 99 millimeters. So you have a diagonal of 4.45 inches. That's 113 millimeters. And with the Nexus 4, we have 4.67 inches or 199 millimeters. Though on the size of the display, we have 15% more on the Nexus 4 than this one over here. But let's go to the pixel density. We have 720 by 1280 pixels, so we come to 169 pixels per square millimeter, or as you say in America, it's 330 ppi. Compared to the Nexus 4, we have 320 ppi, so it's even a little bit more sharper, as you can see, those details over here, or maybe those little tiny, really tiny texts down here or in the menu, as you can see. I hope so. By the way, this video is in full HD, so please watch in full HD and you can see all those details. I hope so. And it's really tiny, but extremely sharp, though. Or in the browser, maybe I don't have a web connection, but as you can see, those tiny text over here, really sharp, good to read, no problem at all. And that's especially for an entertainment device, as you want to have to watch videos or photos or whatever. That's making perfectly sense over here, but compared to the Nexus 4, it's a little bit heavier. We have 147 grams to 139 grams from the Nexus 4, and the cover itself is almost the same. It's 68 instead of 69 millimeters, but 135 millimeters over here. And that's a little bit thicker. That's I wanted to show you. It's 10.7 millimeters versus the 9.1 millimeters of the Nexus 4, a little bit thicker, but that's the last difference between those. And, oh yeah, that's a point over here, as you can see, I hope so. We have those buttons for back and home and options, as you can see over here, below the touchscreen. And we had the problem, as you can remember from the Nexus 4, that those buttons have been integrated into the display as soft keys. So this, let's say 7 millimeters, I guess, 6 or 7 millimeters on the bottom over here, went off of the net screen side from the Nexus 4, so we have some real 4.5 inches size on the Ascend G615 over here, and that's almost the same like on the Nexus 4. So I guess you really can compare those devices, and and it will be interesting to see when the Nexus 4 and the G615 will be available in February. We'll see what's selling better over here. All right, great. That's for the moment all from the Ascend G615. Thanks for watching. I hope I see you back soon, and take care.